Out on Twitter, and we're good to go. Hello, salutations, what to do? This is Dr. Gamer off by the Durag Gang. You know the vibes, like to subscribe. Let's get it. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Aqua Shill? The day Aqua's been waiting for. I know Aqua was very sad yesterday while I was playing Lego Star Wars. He really just wanted to see Marvel's Avengers. That's all Aqua cares about. What's up, G? What's up, DJ? What's up, Willie? How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, good morning. What's up, Original? What's up, King? What's up? What's up? Yeah, no MCU skin today, so figured I'd go live to address the Marvel's Avengers news that happened yesterday and what that means going forward. So this skin is the next Shipment skin. What's up, Sony? What's up, Bobo? How y'all doing? There was a clip saying Avengers was done because of Tomb Raider. I remember that. I remember the Greg Miller one. He said said that he thought the game was shut down after She-Hulk. Did I see the rest of the leaks? Did I see the rest of the Shipment leaks? Yeah, I showed them on stream when they leaked. What's up, DK? Lego Star Wars today? Yep. I'm going to be streaming Lego Star Wars over on Twitch later today. So definitely go follow me over there. So instead of Wednesday, Tuesday they revealed the next Shipment skin, which is this Hawkeye skin that we saw previously. There was a number of recolors. This was back when we thought the Age of Ultron Black Widow was going to be the new Shipment skin. During that time, they removed the Widow Shipment and replaced it with Ultimate Day of Captain America. At the same time, I showed y'all all the other new recolors that had came into the shipments. We thought initially they might just be part of the regular rotation and Ultimate Day Off Cap just specialty item. Turned out not to be the case. They didn't add them, and then I assumed that one of these, probably Hawkeye, was going to be the next specialty item rather than another MCU skin, and that is what ended up happening. Junior, I don't think there will be a roadmap this month. Maybe next month. Am I gonna play Tomb Raider? No, I'm not buying. This is my last Crystal Dynamic. Anything new for Avengers? You're looking at it. What's up, Bruno? Yeah. So it looks like the quality of the Shipment skins have definitely took a turn for the worse. We started with that original Wakanda stealth suit Iron Man. Then we started getting some MCU skins. And now we're getting down to recolors, which in this case, good in that they're reusing assets in a smart way. But people are obviously criticizing this skin because it is not in fact comic accurate, like at all. And they did have the assets to make it look more comic accurate. So people are complaining about that. I'll show you right here. This is the time runs out. Pull up a picture of what it should look like. Ultimate Day Off cap was accurate because it's literally just a shirt and pants. Minimal to no effort. Minimal effort, relatively. This is what it is supposed to look like. Show Versal. What's up, Talise? We just started. CD should do an Avengers 2. Unreal. I don't think there's going to be an Avengers 2 from this studio. The brand name is too tainted. Yeah, it was very interesting that I knew the Tomb Raider game was in development. I've been telling y'all for months. That's part of the reason why the Avengers team is a lot smaller than it was. I didn't know it was being made in Unreal 5 though, which is pretty funny if you remember. One of the devs, or I might have been the story. One of the people that worked on the story for Marvel's Avengers was trying to push back on people saying Marvel's Avengers should have been made in the Unreal Engine by trying to downplay the Unreal Engine, as if when Marvel's Avengers was in development, Unreal Engine wasn't like the top engine in the world, and that it was completely justifiable to develop a multiplayer live service game on not only not the Unreal Engine but on a single player engine. like pretty hilarious. Can we get Shipment skins that aren't Iron Man or Hawkeye? That would be nice. Avengers going the route of Marvel Heroes Omega. Well, that ended in a bit of controversy, but the end result being game shut down, probably, but not in such a dramatic way. Patch 2.3 is pure garbage. Thor can't do any damage. Yeah, so Thor, they're still investigating that issue. Thor doesn't do any damage if you're using his raid gear. Some people can fix it by taking off the Sonic raid gear. Some people can fix it by taking off all of the raid gear. But otherwise, I thought 2.3 was pretty good, apart from the bugs. If they could make more quality of life patches that improve the base game, minus the bugs, then I think a move to free to play makes sense. There's some really good gear. The Nick Fury tutorials and all that stuff, very good for new players. I like they added back high power level enemies. The war table looks more organized in terms of recommended power level. It's time to actually do it. Avengers game. We'll see what they have working. Maybe Avengers 2 other friends we made along the way. Back. They want to go out with all out Tomb Raider race Avengers from people's memory. So yeah, Crystal Dynamics currently is working on Perfect Dark. They've basically taken the lead on that project, and now they finally officially announced. I knew they were doing this, but they officially announced the new Tomb Raider game, and there was talk of also making that a live service Tomb Raider game. I don't know if they're going to commit to it, but that is what I heard. they're aiming to make a live service Tomb Raider game. I don't know if that's going to be the thing, but that is what I heard. But Square Enix has said they want to do a lot more live service games going forward. They've been kind of late to the party. So I think the shareholders want more live service. So might be live service Tomb Raider on Unreal 5. But Avengers, I don't think Avengers is going to lose any more people. I mean, I don't think they can. They actually are hiring new people for the team. So I think the game is pretty much going to be the same, but don't count on any, big support from Square. Marvel's Avengers is a bad relationship. You can move on till you get let down and hurt. Choice is yours. True. Anthem holding the graveyard door open for Avengers. Well, when Avengers eventually does go down, at least they can say they were better than Anthem. At the very least. Another Tomb Raider game? Yep. They just announced a Tomb Raider game is being made. It'll be made with Unreal Engine 5. They're very excited about it. You've been gone for a while, but can anyone help you keep Black Widow and your other characters from floating and flying in the air that are not flyers? Oh yeah, that's a new bug. Some people have it seems like some of the animations are mixed up. I wish I had some of those bugs. I know Black Widow has a double jump for some people. I think that from Captain America. I know Hawkeye. I saw someone's Hawkeye has a bug where they can fly like Iron Man. Black Widow with a double jump is definitely lit though. Tomb Raider is incomparable with Marvel. I mean, no one's comparing Tomb Raider to Marvel, but when it comes to Marvel's Avengers, on the other hand, well, so they announced stop spreading hate. I haven't even said anything yet. I haven't even spread the hate yet. Odd. I'm just reporting the news. Hard to play Tomb Raider with one hand. We need better mod tactics. Are there a lot of people playing Tomb Raider with one hand these days? Avengers has more content. It's not even. Yeah, Avengers. Yeah, Avengers. I mean, not gonna lie, they had him in the first. They had us in the first half. Avengers looked like it was going the Anthem route, but now we're approaching year 2. You can't call Avengers Anthem anymore. It might end in failure, but you can't call it Anthem. You have a complaint about Aqua? Get in line. How's the new Lego Star Wars? Fantastic. I'm playing it again later on Twitch. If Anthem had more content, it'd be better than Avengers. If Anthem had more content, it wouldn't be Anthem. That's not really an argument. If Avengers was made by a studio with live service experience, it wouldn't be Avengers. If Avengers had more content, it wouldn't be Avengers. It would still be. If Avengers did nothing, it would be better than Anthem. If Avengers had more content, it would be even better than Anthem than it is already. Like, doesn't really work. No roadmap yet. Until you see me make a video saying, here is the roadmap, it is here, assume there is no roadmap. And I don't think there's going to be one until at least next month. I don't know. Because I just heard that She-Hulk the TV the series on on Disney Plus is coming out in August, I believe. So 2 months after Miss Marvel, and if Miller if Miller's sourcing is correct, then they delayed She-Hulk to get closer to the show. In that case, we might not see She-Hulk DLC until summer. In which case, they probably wouldn't show the roadmap until probably next month. But they have not even addressed the roadmap yet. We know the roadmap is delayed, but they haven't acknowledged it yet. We'll see if they do anything tomorrow. They're actually still looking for a senior community manager, funny enough. Haven't found one yet. Think he's playing too much with the ban button. I'll keep an eye on it. Outriders about to join Avengers as well. They can't. Outriders, first of all, Outriders is not a live service game. It was meant to be a one-off single player game, not a live service. Secondly, Outriders actually has content coming this year. Unlike Avengers, Outriders revealed its 2022 plans, and they were actually featured on Square Enix's website with the rest of their 2022 content. Avengers, notably, was left off of that. But Outriders' next expansion was already announced. They announced it last year with their DLC, with their content drop. They had this big patch, and then they announced there was big expansion coming, and it still looks like it's on schedule. So yeah, Outriders is doing just fine. Are we streaming today? We're just gonna have this Avengers chill stream talking about the stuff. I'm gonna be doing a Moon Knight review of Doom at 3. And then later on, I'm gonna be playing some Lego Star Wars on Twitch. Can't wait. Love that game. Yeah, Outriders. Yeah, Outriders, the Jackass was never a live service game. It got a lot of updates because the devs were, trying to fix all the bugs and everything. But no, it is not a live service game. It was meant to be a one-off with the option to expand it with additional DLCs. But they did not launch it as a live service game. No. There are no microtransactions. There's not weekly content. There's no skins to buy. There's no battle pass, none of that. It's not a live service game. What's up, Casual Avenger? Just get someone who makes events, keeps the community engaged, and actually plays the game. Looking at Doom Killer. Yeah, Doom Killer, I don't know if he wants the job, but he is qualified, I believe. People want real Avengers, not She-Hulk, Jane, and War Machine. That's for that. I'm seeing a lot of people ask for War Machine. War Machine is actually pretty popular. A lot of people like War Machine. I like She-Hulk, but for reasons other than her hero status. that girl thick. Is the new Tomb Raider game a reboot or a continuation? I'm not sure. It looks like a continuation. It doesn't look like they've gone into too much detail about exactly what the game is. They were just talking about, this announcement was mainly talking about how awesome Unreal 5 is and how it makes the development process so much smoother. But they're probably not rebooting it. Probably a sequel. What's up, Enzo? What's up, Marvel Cuphead? Is Avengers worse than Anthem? I think we can definitively say Avengers is the superior product. It has outlasted Anthem. It's provided more content than Anthem. It's not Anthem. It's just better. That likes Greed Cheek. Correct. When is the next hero coming? As soon as they announce it. Need a roadmap for that though. Wonder what company would excel with an online Avengers license. Money's on Riot Games. People behind League of Legends. I mean, a lot of people could. Ubisoft could do it. Sure, Insomniac could pull it off. Sucker Punch can pull it off. It's not particularly hard. You know, mobile games do it all the time. It's just you gotta have the right project. Like game development is not just about, you know, budget. It's about who's working on the thing. Is Avengers getting competition? I mean, yeah. Have you seen the games that came out this year? It's been crazy. And it's only April. Tomb Racers all over the place. They should come more at the end of the last one. I have no idea. I've not played a single one of those games. Moon Knight episode 2 is controversial. Is it? What's the controversy? I didn't see any controversy. I thought it was kind of goofy, but what's the Twitter controversy? MC running good, in fact. Why not add Ant-Man and the Wasp? That was their decision. They seem to have made a lot of decisions based on Disney synergy with the characters. People on Captain Marvel, he's still coming. Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Wolverine, not Wolverine. Hey, War Machine is a real Avenger. So it's something controversial. Future Revolution, next hero is Wanda. I think everyone's going to get Wanda before this game. Content-wise, yes, but gameplay and Anthem is far superior. Is it? Isn't it just an Iron Man simulator? But isn't like the I haven't played Anthem, but from what I've seen, is literally the only interesting thing about the gameplay is the traversal. The F8, man. Lego Star Wars, yeah, I'm playing it later today on Twitch. I'm going to be playing through Revenge of the Sith, and then we're going to start on the original trilogy. So we're going from Revenge of the Sith to New Hope. I think Avengers is going for more synergy with the MCU. Yeah, that's according to Miller sourcing, that's going to be an even bigger focus going forward. All that MCU synergy. That's why we got the Jane Foster rumors. That's why we got She-Hulk apparently being delayed. Twitter people complaining about Moon Knight. What specifically? Are they Let me guess. Are they complaining that they explained that he is not actually schizophrenic? Is that why they're mad? That the based on episode 2, it might just be magic all along. Fortnite has like, the Doom was saying this the other week when 2.3 wasn't working. He was like, he basically had a Avengers stream in Fortnite. You haven't played Fortnite? Anthem Avengers show now. Now at the time when Anthem was being, you know, garbage, I was playing Fallen Order and NBA 2K20 and Control. I was not worried about Anthem at all. The Flash movie. It's going to be super awkward if they would try to release the Flash movie and Ezra Miller's in jail. What's up, Lejeune? Mr. Imagine. Remember they said that they was trying to be different from the MCU, right? Oh, that went out the window fast. I bet there was also time in development when they said we're not going to be a live service game. You know, I think it's best to take what they say seriously, but not literally. You know, like when they say no loot boxes, no pay to win scenarios, nothing in the marketplace except cosmetics, free DLCs forever. Take them seriously, but not literally. You know, we're not trying to be with the MCU. You know, things change. Steam Grant is in the way. Yeah, get the spelling right. What's up, Divine Shine? We're just chatting. I'm just chatting before I have to go live with Doom Killer to talk about this new Moon Knight episode. I want to know what the controversy is. I didn't see any. I wasn't looking too hard. I just remember I woke up at like 4 a.m. I saw Lejeune tweet about Moon Knight. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Let me watch this. Am I watching Miss Marvel? I'll give all the Disney Plus. I gotta give the Disney Plus shows a shot to justify having my subscription. But I'll watch at least the first episode. We're probably going to review it as well. So, Cat, put your money up. We can hold a poll on Twitter to see what players really want. Let's see where your War Machine, Jane, and She-Hulk fall to Captain Marvel. I hope Captain's not actually arguing that people want Jane, She-Hulk more than Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, and Ant-Man, because that's going to be a massacre, bro. Is there a new Tomb Raider movie? I'm not sure. Could be. Was the issue with Tomb Raider? This has been announced. It has not, Matthew. You're confused about something else. So I've been talking about that they're developing a Tomb Raider game, but this is the first press release where they came out and said, "Hey, we're making a Tomb Raider game. It is being made in Unreal Engine 5, and it's caused people to worry about what this means for Avengers." But like I was saying, I've been saying they've been working on this for a while, and they have in fact taken resources away from Avengers. But I don't think this announcement is going to result in even more resources being taken. People on Twitter were complaining about Mr. Knight and not Moon Knight. Can you just explain what the actual controversy is? Is a new episode good? It was okay. It definitely I mean, it pretty much confirmed everything I said episode 2 would be on my review last week. Yeah. It it started getting a little goofy. I think the quality is just going to go downhill from here. Still wondering why I have HBO Max. I've been watching more HBO Max. They got some movies that I'm interested in. They now have South Park, Rick and Morty, and that new their new series, Showtime: The Rise of the Winning Time: The Rise of the Showtime Lakers. Fantastic show, love it. You can also watch Euphoria on there. Great show. That's pretty much what I have my HBO Max for. Plus, they've been getting like movies and stuff there. They've been getting they were getting new releases, but I don't think they're doing the simultaneous release thing anymore. You would say you personally take Falcon over Ant-Man? Yeah, that's fine. Personal preference. Captain Marvel made $1 billion. To be fair, it released right before Endgame. I don't think I don't think I don't think I don't think that was a movie that could fail at that point. Mr. Knight being different from the comics and more comedic. Also, the comic nerds are mad. You've always played the game and wanted Strange, Captain Marvel, and even Wanda, but if but F I actually would really love Ant-Man. I think his combat would be pretty interesting with the whole shrinking mechanic. Falcon, they'd have to War Machine. I don't care about Falcon. I feel like would be too similar to Iron Man. Same with War Machine. I'm like, but we'll see if they would. Alex seemed excited at the idea of Falcon, so maybe they'll give him some really cool abilities like they did for Kate and Hawkeye. You heard Kareem hated Showtime. As someone who's watching Showtime, I can see why they make Kareem sound like a complete douchebag. Like, oh, wow. I mean, with the latest episode, they kind of smoothed it out by kind of showing, where he's coming from, being a Muslim, dealing with, a lot of BS at home and the racist NBA crowd. But they definitely made it seem like he was the reason why the Showtime Lakers got off to a slow start, because he was just a douche. Didn't buy into the system. It didn't get along, didn't like Magic. This is the latest Shipment skin. You only watched Captain Marvel for the post-credit scene? A lot of people did. Captain Marvel was the most mid movie you've ever seen. Keep watching. You'll find some more mid movies. That's what's funny. I said they were probably going to make this Hawkeye skin the next specialty item. Like if it was comic accurate, like the one in Marvel Heroes, I would definitely rock with it. I like that they flip some assets to try to recreate the skin, but the lack of the metal arm, I was like, come on, they could have went the extra mile. What's up, Craig? How you doing, my friend? No Way Home is one of the worst films you've ever watched. Did you mean Far From Home? If No Way Home was one of the worst MCU films you've ever watched, I'm questioning your taste. Miller said they're aware people want Strange and Wanda more than anything. Maybe those two Vision instead. Yeah, we'll see. If this game makes it to 2023, I'd be very interested to see what heroes they start prior, what heroes we find out. Maybe Miller would do some data mining and can find out what if they start developing new heroes, what those are going to be. If they're being more MCU friendly, more synergy focused, I can see Wanda, because I think she's going to eventually get her own solo movie. So Jab ban who? Avengers, no more down bad than they have been already. Trix dropped a video. I don't think Avengers is more down bad than usual. They actually are. They're hiring a new senior community manager, and they're looking for currently. Of Trix made another Will It Die video. Yeah, that is the meta right now. Yeah, I don't know. They're hiring a new senior producer. They're hiring a new senior community manager. So Avengers is still chucking along. Bro said no way home. Why haven't they done Wanda and Vision yet? Because they've already started their development. The development cycle already started. That ship has sailed. If you want any other heroes, you'll have to look to next year. Right now, She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, Captain Marvel, those are the main DLC heroes that are in the pipeline. Nothing can be done about it. Only character in Heroes that sucked was the character that made people see illusions. He sucked. I didn't like Kamal's character either. He just pew pew with his fingers. He was so whack. They didn't even put him in the climax. He just pieced out. At least illusions are cool and useful. All he did was pew 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 and just left. Like he was so trash. What, Namor as the villain in Wakanda? Marvel Midnight Suns, am I going to play? Depends on a lot of things. Is it good? Is 2K going to send me a copy to try out? Only watched for Tobey Maguire, fell asleep through the rest. So you didn't actually watch it. Okay. You think they already shut the game down? They just giving everyone leftover scrap content, characters? I mean, if the game was shut down, it would be like actually shut down. If you're saying you think they got the notice from Square that this is the last year, that's possible. But if it was shut down, they wouldn't still be hiring people and making any content. They're hiring Sadot. They came in to raise company morale. Imagine. A lot of people want Wanda Strange. They won't work in this game. They would be underpowered. I mean, if they can make Thor work, I think they can make Wanda and Strange. People like the characters. You know, people want super powerful characters. They want popular characters. You know. Yeah, we recognize that they can't be, you know, exactly who they are in the comics, but you know, if we can get over that Hawk can't thunderclap a planet, I think we could get over Doctor Strange, especially if they tailor his skill set more towards the MCU rather than the comics, kind of mix the two. I don't see why they wouldn't be able to make those work. Because Alex talked about how they have so many abilities, but that's the benefit. They have so many abilities that you can specify them. You pick certain abilities, you find a motif, and then you build the characters around that. You know, Wanda's big thing is controlling other people. You know, Doctor Strange summoning constructs. They could do a lot. They could do a lot. They really did finish Captain Marvel for the end of the year. I have my doubts she'll make it. He's one of the dudes that watch it because it was a trend. Hawk is underpowered. I mean, balance has to exist in games, but Hawk is definitely not underpowered. Hawk is, even after the thunderclap nerf, Hawk is still stupidly strong in this game. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a comic book purist, then yeah, you don't play video games. They can't make characters completely overpowered because then the game stops being fun. But Hawk is very powerful. I do feel like the Hawk when I use it. The difficult thing is Hawk is that if you're not good at building characters in the game, then you're not going to be able to appreciate how strong the Hawk is. Devon Sean, appreciate that rejoin. Like, Hawk takes longer to get to feeling like the Hawk when you're building him up compared to some of the other heroes, but he is very powerful. So trip it off, Alex saying he wanted Black Knight. And that's very on brand for Alex. John is high top all account. Might be far-fetched, but you were like She-Hulk. Ooh, hot take. Been trying to get these tickets for ages. I got my tickets pretty easy. Relatively easy. By law, they have to obviously keep the servers up for a certain amount of time, just like Anthem. But the game is shut down. Then the game is not shut down. Like there's speculation. Well, legally they can't shut down until September. But yeah, if Square gave them the notice that this is the last year, then yeah. But the game is technically not shut down. I can tell you that definitive. It's not shut down. The foe carried No Way Home. I mean, he is the GOAT. Hulk is OP. Your build just as good. Correct. What's up, Dante? Chilling. Strange crimson bands of Pytok shield. Some things have his heroic. Yeah, he can have a similar transportation mechanic to Kate, except with the wormhole, except you can add stuff. You can make it offensive instead of purely traversal based. They gotta do to get that Thor emblem. Just a matter of, it's just all about time. Yeah, I tried to use Fandango to buy my Doctor Strange ticket, and they gave me, it was like a couple minute wait to get on. I'm like, okay. And then I picked, the amount of tickets I wanted and the amount of seats. And then I reserved the seat. And then when I hit confirm, they told me I had to wait 25 minutes just to confirm my purchase. I'm like, screw that. So I went directly to the website of the theater I was going to go to, just cut out the middleman, and I got my ticket with zero problem. I reserved my seat, got it. I was in and out in like 2 minutes. It was no problem at all. I think Kang will be the villain in Doctor Strange too. No, Wanda. I think Wanda is pretty clearly the villain in this one. Oh, Kang is supposed to be the villain in the officially Kang is the villain in Ant-Man 3. Based on the trailer, it looks like a Shamu Garaf type of monster is going to appear, but it looks like Wanda is definitely going to be in the mix. What was the Shipment leak? You're looking at it. This was one of the recolors. There was also a I showed this a while ago, but this was one of the skins. There's a recolor for Kate Bishop. There was a recolor for King T'Challa skin, and there was the Captain America Ultimate Day Off, which ended up being the specialty item. There's like a Future Revolution. They did Doctor Strange. They did Strange Perfect. Even had Mirror Dimension Heroics. Yeah, it's not impossible to make Doctor Strange work in this game. It's just a matter of imagination. Going back to new hotness like with Star Wars. Yep, I'm going to be picking it up on Twitch later today. $14 skin. This is the new Shipment skin. Shipment refreshes tomorrow. This is going to be the new specialty item. Going with the squad. Think Wanda is being controlled by someone. Yeah, her own craziness. Wanda is a lunatic. Doctor Strange 2 going to be 1,000 times better than No Way Home. It might be. They got Sam Raimi. I like Doctor Strange more in the MCU than Spider-Man. Very interesting visuals. Looks like they're going to have the Illuminati, X-Men cameos, Superior Iron Man. It's looking fire. I mean, that's not an indictment on No Way Home. No Way Home is still one of the MCU's best films. Growing up with She-Hulk from the 90s, got acting up as a kid. John is a Raimi fanboy. That a recolored weapon? Everything here is a recolor. Is a recolor, both a recolor and a rearranging of assets to make this skin work. Which not necessarily a bad thing. This is, if you're going to reuse assets, this is the way you want to do it. It's just curious that they didn't use Thor's metal arm to make this skin, you know, more accurate. If Marvel's Avengers gets shut down, the only thing in danger is your online based services, because the game is partially offline. The game can still be played offline. Everything isn't server side. The question is about the online stuff. Like, obviously the multiplayer stuff won't be accessible, and it is a question if they're going to make the skins available, but they could be. But the game will still be playable because it's not always online. Doctor Strange 2 will be the first you've seen in theaters since March 2020. Yeah, I've been consistently going to the theaters, just only for the big stuff though. Like, I saw, you know, No Way Home, the Batman. I saw Tenet. Yeah, you know, the big name movies I'll go out to see. Wait till my show destroys the whole MCU. You know, the comics, Wanda for the most part is a hero. She's like Phoenix. She's unstable. Pretty much, yeah. Latest Doctor Strange trailer has you excited to get a ticket. I've been excited. You know, I was. The trailers. Some of the trailers have made me less skeptical, but I still can't get over how cringe America Chavez looks throwing that punch. I was like, oh no, that looks so goofy. Take that out of the trailer. Never saw No Way Home in theaters, and it sucked. Thought it sucked. Hopefully, Multiverse of Madness shares everything. Yeah, I saw No Way Home in theaters, and I had a fantastic time. One of my favorite MCU films. They go free to play. Yeah, I think free to play is the only way they can make this game work long term. And I think stuff like patch 2.3 is kind of their way of setting the groundwork by making the game more engaging and rewarding on a day-to-day basis, because that's what you need if you're going to go free to play. You're worried about everything disappearing? Yeah, so many. Yeah, I think most likely they'll move the skins, but definitely at the very least you'll be able to play the game. You just won't be able to, you know, play the raid or, you know, something that's multiplayer only. My top 5 MCU films. Let me see. Infinity War, Winter Soldier, No Way Home, Civil War, and the one's tricky. Probably Ragnarok. Yeah, Ragnarok. Did I go see the new MCU movie? What? It was a new MCU movie? I haven't heard of any. Last movie I went to the theater to see was Jujutsu Kaisen 0, but before that it was the Batman. The last MCU movie I saw was No Way Home in theaters. Apparently Marvel's Avengers will still happen with or without Square. Nope, it cannot. I mean, another studio can make a Marvel Avenger, can make a game based around Avengers. But this game needs Square. Your top 5 is Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Iron Man 1. Infinity War, Endgame, Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man 1. Solid pick. I feel like Endgame, the best part about I feel like the best part about Endgame was like the climax. Like if you I feel like if you I feel like the Endgame was like a mostly mediocre movie, but it had a fantastic climax. If it wasn't, it was like the first. It was just like okay, okay, okay. Then it had that really great third act. Hulk and Ragnarok was goated, and then they kind of they ruined Hulk before that. MCU Hulk is just not at all representative of comic Hulk. Morbius, yeah, it's not an MCU film though. It's a Sony film, and I don't know what you're talking about. Morbius is the biggest movie of all time. It just made I believe I just checked the numbers. Morbius did $18 trillion at the box office opening weekend. No Way Home, nowhere close to top 5. I mean, it's clearly top 5 because you asked for my favorite movies in the MCU, and it's one of my favorites. So yeah, it is because we're talking about personal preference. Favorite is Morbius. Yeah, Morbius is the greatest film of all time. Pure cinema. What's up, some guy? Hope your day is doing better in office. Now that you're listening to me. Your top 5: Skeptical, Winter Soldier, Dark World, Thor 1, Age of Ultron, Infinity War. No Way Home, Iron Man, Winter Soldier, and Game Civil War. Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't like it's hard for me to like Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one was really good, but it's hard for me to I don't look at Guardians of the Galaxy the same because of how much better the video game version was than the MCU version. Now when I look at the MCU version, I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of mid. Just because of how much better the game was. No Home, great fan service, terrible movie. Even with the fan service, it was a good movie. Even without the fan service, because they actually managed to have a great villain. They had actual consequences, which has been one of the flaws for the MCU. And Tom Holland Spider-Man had a legitimately great character arc. You know, people have been complaining the first 2 Spider-Man movies are basically the same. It's just in terms of Holland's growth, it's just like, oh, he's just moving from one father figure to the other. And in No Way Home, he actually had a legitimate character arc with a satisfying payoff. And the acting was fantastic. Which you wouldn't know because you literally admitted to falling asleep. So, so I don't know why you're critiquing a movie you didn't watch. What's up, Mike? Enjoying the greatest game ever made. Lego Star Wars, I am enjoying it a lot. Hawk and MCU was like Ultimate Hawk. He became Hawk in the lab, not in the gamma bomb, going off, saving Rip. Avengers and Avengers Endgame. Is Comic Hawk stronger than MCU Hawk? What, seriously? Yeah. Yes. What? Like, what? pretty much everyone in the comics is stronger than their MCU counterpart by hilarious degrees in some cases. Hawk in the comics has literally destroyed a planet. MCU Hawk punched a whale and got knocked out by having a building fall on him. And Doran Hawk was on a different level when you first watched Bad Nightmares. Yeah, they very severely nerfed the comic book characters for the MCU, which makes sense from a narrative standpoint. The stronger characters you're dealing with, the harder it is to write compelling stories. So in that regard, it's fine to scale characters down to a degree for the sake of the plot. So that they wanted to tell a more grounded story. They wanted to focus more on the characters' development and the storytelling, for at least for the Infinity Saga, rather than just superheroes stuff go boom. They can pick it up. Never had a Lego game in the past. Same. I love Lego Star Wars. Feel like if they add Winter Soldier to Avengers, his range attack should be grenade launcher, sniper, and AR. You might be close. I know Miller said last time he checked the files, he had a rocket launcher or grenade launcher. I know they have a sniper rifle in the files. They were originally going to have it for Black Widow. They could use it for Winter Soldier, but definitely seem to be leaning toward the gun. Lego Star Wars is very buggy, is it? I haven't had any, or I haven't heard of any either. Must be lucky. Are they playing it on PS5, Series X? Playing Attack of Clones? Yeah, I'm up to Revenge of the Sith. Edward Hawk would have finished Thanos. Eric Bana Hawk would have finished Thanos. The Ang Lee's Hawk would have slapped Thanos. Straight up. Edward Norton Hawk was not dramatically more powerful than Ruffalo's Hawk. They were still MCU. Eric Bana and the Ang Lee Hawk, on the other hand, he was on a whole nother level. MC Hawk is just a big baby fact. I am disappointed. I was kind of excited at the prospect when I heard they might make a Planet Hawk movie, until I realized it would be the MCU and they'd probably figure out a way to nerf it and make him a joke. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. It looks like Hawk is basically just going to be Banner walking around with his arm in a sling while She-Hulk does all the work going forward. Banner Hawk was insane. Man was throwing tanks over the horizon, jumping like 20 miles through the air. It was a beast. Avengers 2012. That was pretty much the only good representation of Hawk in the MCU. That first Avengers film. I feel like that's where he peaked, at least. Norton's Hawk was fine, but I feel like he peaked in the MCU with that first Avengers movie, and then it was just all downhill after that. When you went to see the Batman, some dude fell asleep and started snoring. Got a lot of hairs in the chat. Just have people who disagree with passion. Play Hawk instead of Hawk few one-liners and gets beat up all the time. Hawk has a healing factor as good as Wolverine, but nope. I mess up till this day. Please say we will still have Winter Soldier and Marvel's Avengers. As far as I know, that plan hasn't changed. But if you said Captain Marvel, I'd say that's a lot more dicey because I don't think, based on their pace, she's going to make it out this year. Hawk controlled by Wanda was a beast. How was Hawk controlled by Wanda a beast? He got beat up by Iron Man. Iron Man Iron Man beat him by slamming him into a abandoned building. how was he a beast? he yelled a little bit and he got beat up. The end. What a beast. What's up, a Black King? Where's the fake? He was in here a little bit. Chopping it up. He is a busy man. Remember they're making a World War Hawk movie with She-Hulk leading into it. Oh man. I don't like the sound of that at all. If they made, what's up, Big B? If they made a legitimate World War Hawk movie, that would be something. That's relatively comic accurate, but I don't think it's going to happen. Low Hawkbuster. I gotta love those Larry colors. Leave Legion alone. He ended up being right. The roadmap was delayed. He was just right. He was just a couple hours early and used the wrong source. But he was still right. World Hawk kills a lot of people. No way that's happening. Yeah, I can see the only way I could see them doing a World War Hawk storyline is if they throw that into season 2 of What If. Like if they do, like, because I know they're doing a What If season 2. So if they have an alternate Earth where Hawk, rages, I could see them doing that. But for like an actual live action MCU film, if they did do it, they would make it as whack as possible. I already know. What a Black Hawk. I think that might be a hate crime. The Mad Hawk then turned the World Breaker in Game Zones. Could have gotten a rematch with Thanos. Well, no, they got it. They had to end it with Tony doing this thing, which I don't mind. I like how they ended it with Tony. That was cool. Well, yeah, Hawk got no love during it. Well, after he they basically used him to activate the glove, but after that they were like, all right, you're done. You get no moments in the final battle. They really need to get that man Hawk right in live action. Feel bad for Hawk fans. Yeah, they can't get him right in live action. They can't. Hawk fans can't get any skins in Marvel's Avengers. It's not a good time to be a Hawk fan. What MCU skin should you get? Whatever you want. It's still 50% off for another day. Except for Thor Dark World, which I wouldn't recommend. Whoever character you play, get their best skin. It's 50% off. Black Hawk, oh, you can pull it over. We was Gamma Kangs. Logan versus No Way Home. Logan's definitely better in terms of pure cinema, but I had much more fun watching No Way Home than Logan because of the nostalgia factor. Black Hawk, Black Hawk have a direct. Black Black Hawk Black Hawk would definitely not work in the in the MCU. Imagine a Black Hawk film. It would basically be a 2 hour lecture about institutional racism. That movie would be terrible. That movie would be terrible. They'd have they'd have freaking Captain America come out of retirement to apologize for his white privilege. There'd be a scene where Black Hawk is walking down the street with a hoodie, and he just randomly stopped by police who don't know who he is and asking for ID with guns drawn. Top 3 worst MCU movies. Let's see. For me, the top 3 worst MCU films. Black Widow, Iron Man 3, and Captain Marvel. Getting Infinity War, Captain America, very good choice. There's a Black Hawk in the comics named Tyrone Cash. I don't believe you. Sounds incredibly racist. His heart was saved from his 5-hour live stream. Yeah, isn't he? I think he's going to be basically waiting for actual like updates about Avengers. Appreciate the follow. Film Night official. Welcome to Durag Game. I don't think a new skin is enough to get High Ruler on unless they're giving him one for free. So I guess we're waiting for the roadmap announcement. Black Hawk will be walking and mad people would stop him. Ask, are you Luke Cage? What the F was Iron Man 3? Brian Wagner said about plans for 2023 for Marvel Avengers on the podcast. Oh yeah, I know about. Yeah, I was there. I was there for that podcast. Yeah, he said they were talking about. They were already thinking about what post-Kree invasion Marvel's Avengers looks like. Right, Eternals. I can only name 3. Eternals wasn't great, but I wouldn't rank it that low. I wouldn't make it a top 3. It didn't make my top 3. But if I was doing a top 10, it would definitely be on there. Along with Shang-Chi. No, Shang-Chi was actually good. I was surprised. The problem with Shang-Chi is that it had a kind of dog water third act, and the hero wasn't that. I feel like they didn't really represent the hero well, but the fight choreography was fantastic, so good, and Wong was hilarious. Girls getting fake hate. Movie wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. It was relative. I understand people that didn't like it. They did do a lot of pandering. It was by no means a perfect movie. Probably had the worst sex scene in the history of film or television. But I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It was definitely a deeply flawed movie. There was actually a Tyrone Cash. Oh gosh. No, no way. I would actually be offended by that. Oh my god. And this is exactly why people don't buy Marvel comics anymore. They probably thought they were being so progressive too. Oh gosh, that's so I can't unsee that. Tyrone Cash, they actually made Black Hawk canon. That's that's very upsetting. You got Black Panther. You put Black Panther as one of the worst. Wait, as one of the worst MCU films? Eternals has good bonus scenes. Basically, I feel like Eternals would have been a much better movie if they cut the cast in half. It would have been much better. They had way too many characters, and most of them did contributed nothing. Reduce the amount of characters, focus the story. I think would have been a lot. I think it would have been a lot better. Black Panther was good for sure. Was Black Panther overrated? Absolutely, but it was nowhere near one of the worst MCU films. That's crazy. So you think Black Panther was a worse movie than what? Thor 2, Iron Man 3, Thor 1, Ant-Man 2. Like there were a lot. The MCU had some high highs, and the best part of the Infinity Saga was that they basically didn't have a lot of huge misses, but they did have some mediocrity. There's no way Black Panther was one of the worst. They made an Asian Hawk. Why not black? Yeah, true. MCU, the Marvel comics, if they can pander, they will. They will find any way to pander. Pandering to people who don't buy comics. Iron Man 2 underrated in your opinion? Thor 1 was hot. I thought Thor 1 was meh. Thor 2 had good parts in it. It made Loki particularly I think it was where they really captured Loki. Their Loki for the MCU. I thought the best parts of that movie when it was mainly focused between Thor and Loki and that whole Asgardian dynamic. I thought it was really good and some of the best work I've seen in the MCU. And then once they got out of the Asgard and stuff and started looking at Jane Foster and the elves and all that stuff, it just fell off a cliff. Amadeus show, yeah. Is the art zoo and the concept art? Nope, unfortunately they left it out. Which MCU movie should you watch? Civil War, Endgame, Infinity War. If given an option, I will always default to Infinity War. This is a great film. Get in. Spider-Man Far From Home might be the worst MCU movie. That's funny. I actually like Far From Home a lot more than Homecoming. I thought Jake Gyllenhaal was a fantastic villain, and it really like upped the stakes to me for the Spider-Man. I thought Homecoming had a decent first act and a mediocre second and third act. Like Thor 1 better than the second one. Problem with Thor 1 was that it was Thor 1. So Thor 1, I think the problem is that it was just safe. It was a by the numbers heroes adventure story. It took no risk. It wasn't interesting. You know, you had Thor. He's arrogant. He's unworthy. Cast down to earth, and without his powers in this small town, has to become worthy again. And over the course of that, finds love, and becomes worthy by putting himself on the line. Very by the numbers. Very forgettable. Safe. Thor Dark World reached, and they missed, but I felt like Thor Dark World was much more memorable, and its most interesting moments were far more interesting than Thor 1's. Wasn't enough web slinging. You just wanted more web slinging? Felt like there was a lot of that. Thor 1 spent too much time with Morales being worked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it was a very safe movie. Like Thor himself, the character, they didn't fully understand how to utilize Chris Hemsworth, even down to his look. You know, it was just meh. It was just fine. It was just like it's the movie. You laugh for like 3 minutes straight when you're just Edith and Far From Home. Yeah, like if they cleaned up Dark World, I think it would have been a fantastic movie. But like I said, the way they developed Loki and that whole dynamic with the family, it was fantastic. If they had made that the movie, it would have been awesome. It would have been one of the best. Captain America, Winter Soldier, all the Thor Iron Man movies. Yeah, I can see that. It was a great pure movie rather than just it wasn't just a good superhero movie. It was just straight up. It was the I feel like it was the first MCU movie that kind of went beyond just a good superhero movie and was just actually a good movie. I remember from Thor 1 is getting hit by a car, hammer scene, then fighting a destroyer. Pretty much. All right, I gotta get out of here. I'm going to go over and review Moon Knight on Doomkiller HD's channel. You're welcome to join if you so choose. Exclamation mark Doom. But definitely, if you're not already, follow me on Twitch as Sadot the Gamer. I'm going to be continuing my coverage of Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga later today. Should be a lot of fun. That game was fantastic. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Thursday reset as well. I'm Sadot the Gamer, signing out.